All right, today's drum practice, we're going to be working on Ghostbusters by Ray Parker Jr. Not to be confused with Ray Parker or Ray Park, who played Darth Maul. That was my one joke for today. All right, so this is my first time really looking at this song. I've taught it in the past. You know, when I used to own a music studio, everyone was going to learn a holiday song, whether it be, Thanksgiving, which there really isn't a lot of good ones, but Christmas and Halloween and whatnot. Try to do something seasonal. So this is my first time actually trying to adhere to it and play the tab. Now, if you guys want the sheet music at our website, you can get it at our website at musicbythemeasurespro.com. We appreciate your guys' support. Other support is liking, sharing this video. And I'm going to spend the next month on all aspects of this song. So not only drums, but guitar, bass, and maybe even piano. Depends how lazy I am. So join me. Might take me a couple weeks to learn this all. And we'll do some recordings on top of that. So like I said, join, have some fun, ask questions if you guys have it. Maybe about drums. Sometimes when I do these, everyone just asks random questions, which is fine too. I'm here to chat as much as I am to practice. So full speed is 115, and we're going to jump in. I don't know. Whenever I'm teaching a student a song right away, I always just try to grab a beat that they might have heard before. So, right here, this is build on that, and then you can kind of hey, get the flow of the song down and build from there. So this is 80 BPM. Well, I don't know what speed this is yet, but we're going to find 80 BPM. That's just the general idea. We got 1, 2, 3, 4 on the kicks. The snare on 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. And you got eighth notes on the hi-hat. Let's just get that with the click, kind of set a slow tempo. A little bit slower than I was going. I always like to think about somebody too. If you guys are new to drums, sit here and just go 1, 2, 3, 4. Mimic what I'm doing with the pieces that you can. Same thing. Get your hi-hat going on eighth notes. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3, and then try to put it all together. Maybe you're more advanced than I am. This is kind of a basic drum beat, but depends where you're at level wise. All right, so let's try to lock into that 80. Not so sloppy. All right, so pretty straightforward, right? And we'll speed it up in a bit. But let's go to this other measure. Now, open hi-hats. Oftentimes, students don't have their left foot developed. And I'm a student in this regard too. My left foot's not phenomenal, and sometimes it'll mess up my rhythm. So it's just something you want to pay attention to. So we're going 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. Same thing. Grab the hi-hat only and go. Let's do that with a click. So we'll just focus on this measure. Three and 4 and 1 and 2 and. So this time we'll add everybody. You can hear how I rush that kick just a little bit. Excuse me, coming back into 1. 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. put both those measures together. It's kind of the basic idea. I feel like the chorus does a lot of this as well. It does it, and then it has a lot of drum fills throughout. So, yeah, this will be fun. It'll be a little bit of a Halloween challenge for me. So both these measures together. Cool. All right. 2 and I froze. I was thinking about my foot. So it's not overly hard, right? But just that left foot having to do that throws my timing and rhythm off. So it's just something I need to practice. So we'll do like a couple more minutes of this, and we'll get this seed planted for the next couple days. Let's just keep that 80. If I screw up a lot, I'm gonna go back to just hi-hats. Got that rough idea down. So the other thing that I really, and I don't know, I mean, I might do a 35-minute or 40-minute version of this. We'll see how far I get today. I also want to tackle this little drum fill in the beginning. So what we just learned in that first verse is kind of what happens in the intro. I'm skipping that tom fill in the beginning, but we'll work on that as well. So the intro after that tom fill, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and... Okay, so kind of all straightforward to that beat that we just worked on at 80. We're going to have to get up to 115. I'm going to have to get better at that open hi-hat. You might have noticed that. So this, I think, would just be good to, kind of pinpoint the things that are going to be tough for me down the road. Start working on them now so the next couple days I can get it. So we have this 1 E and da. And then on 2, he's hitting that. So 1 E and 2 E. So let's do each beat. So 1 E and da. Straightforward. Right, left, right, left. On 2, he's going 2 E and da. And I don't care about speed right away. I want to be fluid. 2 E and 2 E and On 3, it's 3 E and then 4 E and So kind of coming back to the snare, back to the mid-tom. Each part by itself, not that difficult. Now, 115, 16th notes, putting those kick drums in, that's going to take me a bit. Let's just see if we can do this whole measure. Ignoring the foot, we'll add the foot back in a sec. And 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and here's where the foot thing gets me, and we kind of see this kick drum pattern in the chorus as well. So that 3 and 4, it's going to be good to work on this slow. I'm saying that for myself because I won't be able to play it fast, but also it's just good to work on it slow. So let's get this idea of 1 E and 2 E and 1 E and 2 E and super slow. 50 BPM, which is probably even slower than I just played. And no, this is faster than I played, so it's good and bad, I guess. And 2E and 1E and 2E and 1E and I wanted that slow. I want to understand what I'm doing with my foot, like, knowing that's always on my right on the numbers. I would say in a lesson. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. That next part though, 3E and so. Again, these aren't hard. It's just as soon as I speed it up and put it all in context. And then 4E and so I'm really going to want to put a kick on the end of 4, but there isn't one there. So I'm going to have to practice this slow enough that I can kind of like retrain my brain from what I hear or from what I want it to be, right? I want it to be this, but it's having to hear those 16th notes over top. And 4E and 3E and let's actually we're gonna try this. We're gonna try to just play with the kick. 4, 3 and 4. And 3 and 4E and and 4E and all right. It's not fluid, right? And that's okay. That'll come. Let's try to put that whole measure together. Trying to adhere to those kick drums best I can. And 3E and 4E and 1E and 2E and 3E and 4E. See, now I want to do those doubles, so I just have to watch that. 2E and 3 and 1E and 3E and 4E and 4 and it's my I made a mistake in pausing to think about my life choices. same exact process that I would do if I was teaching a lesson on this. I'd be like, all right, let's just go through this slow until I get bored or the student gets bored. And it's kind of where I'm at right now, too. It's like, I just need to play this, get that kick drum kind of exactly. I need to know exactly where I want to put it and be consistent in counting it and not counting it. Let's do a couple more click. Don't know if there's a reason to speed it up at this point. My brain just goes out the window after a bit. All right, I'm going to go back to this 80. I'm just going to massage this and see if I can smooth this out a little bit. And then kind of start pushing these tempos up a little bit, and we'll look at anything in the chorus too. And yeah, just kind of like I said, first look, trying to get familiar with what's going on in the song, seeing where the problem areas are going to be. Go from there. Yeah, well, we're going to find something else to work on. Do we see this pattern in the chorus? Let's check. We might just jump to the chorus. Yeah, I guess we're going to work on this now. Again, a lot of ideas are going to come up that are similar, right? Or play off the other ideas. So the more we have this foundation, even this kick drum pattern, 1, 2, 3, and 4. It's going to help us throughout the rest of the song, kind of like scan ahead and see what's going on. So this measure before the chorus, and it happens in the intro as well. It's 1 and 2 and. So first half is stolen from the other beat, and then 3 and then 4 E and. So we got 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 E and. We're gonna go slow on this. So let's jump down to, let's go do 60. So we got 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. So 3 and 4 E and. It's actually just what I want to work on is 3 and. We'll see if I can jump into 3 and 4 E and just do that on a loop. 1, 2, 3 and 4. 1, 2. idea. Just try not to rush that eighth note. That 4E and 1. 4E and 1. 4E and 1. Yeah, with both feet in there, throws me a little bit. All right, let's do a couple more. 1, 2. Let's speed that up a little bit. So this is how I like to practice too. Like 5 or 10 minutes, not even 5 or 10 minutes, like 7 minutes on a segment. We'll just split the difference. 7 minutes on a segment, get the idea in. Like if I could sit here for an hour and play that over and over again and get incrementally better. But instead, if I like do a little bit of this, look at those 3 other sections. Do a little bit of this, look at those 3 other sections. It gives my brain a little bit of time to like chew on that subject or chew on that idea. 3 and 2. 2. Brain's getting a little fried. Same exact idea. We're going to jump back to this. We're going to play this for a little bit and just see where we're at. Now, your hope is of coming back to this with a metronome, kind of like using the metronome as like, okay, I played it at 50. I didn't play it consistently over and over again at 50. I played it a couple times in a row at 50. Okay, well, as soon as I feel like I'm doing good on that, move it up to 54, 55, depends if you want to play odds or evens. So hopefully jumping back into this, it's smoother, right? Like, I don't care about speed right now. I care about, like, can I consistently play it? Can I put the foot in the right spot without having to think too hard? And a 4 and 1 and I did it until my brain went blah. All right, let's go to 54. So I think before I'm done, it's not going to be a super long session just because, it's the first one in a long time. Took like 6 weeks to 2 months off. So I'm just using this as a way to get back into it. Obviously well themed with, Halloween coming. And 4 and So let's just keep speeding this up a little bit. We'll see where my stopping point is for just getting this tempo up faster. So I want to not go past where I start getting sloppy. I want to stop before I get there. And a 3 and a 4 and a. Okay, mildly happy with that. Some of my gaffes were me. I mean, they're all me, but like just stupid stuff. So let's go a little faster. Oh, I was rushing this 4E and ending up on 1 a little too quickly. But, I was able to pull it back. And a 2 and a 3 and a 4. It's both faster and slower than I thought. 2 and a 3 and 4 and. And then you just heard sloppy. But I don't feel like tempo's the issue. It might just be more lack of focus. So let's go a little faster. So 66, and we got to go to 115. That's quite the gap in between that. And a 4 and a 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and. So clearly 66 is where I start getting a little too sloppy, and just might be me. So let's just save that 62. Now 62 is not great. I'm not the world's best drummer. Quite often in my teaching practice, when I used to own a music studio, is I could play that. I'd present this idea. Here's this idea. Now go practice it. Now with these live videos, it's like now I have to go practice it and get it perfect, or better. I don't have to go perfect. All right, 84. Just try to hit these 2 other sections and then probably call it a practice. I think we could go up by 4 for that. One and 2 and 3. We can go faster on that. Let's do just hi-hats a minute. All right, no reason to go faster on that one. And we get the idea. So let's churn. Oh, we'll do this one first. And then speed it up. So same thing. I'm going to do hi-hats first to like hear that slower tempo. 2 and 3 and... One and 2 and 3 and 4 and... All right, what's tripping me up is the beat. 3 and 4 and the 4 and just getting my left foot to respond. It's a good thing to practice your left foot. We don't do it. I don't do it enough. This will force me to do it. So I like teaching through beats, right? Like we aren't even focusing on playing the song with the recording or anything. We're worried about just learning how to play this. Then we can apply it later. All right, let's do 65 again. 3 and 4 and 1, 2. Just try to put that in the right spot. All right, let's go up by... I'll just go up by 4. Why not? 1 and 2 and... and 4 and... All right, we'll go up by 4 more and then probably call it. Oh, I don't care for the odd. We'll just stick with odd numbers. And 3 and 4 and 1, 2. think we can go a little bit faster. 2 and 3 and 1, 2. And 4 and 1 and 2 and 3. All right, so first look, a little, some of the tempos are pretty slow. It's going to take a bit to get this up to speed. Some technique stuff I'm going to be working on while I'm not shooting these videos is just working on my molar. It's not that great. Working on getting a nice stick bounce, as it's going to help me with the speeds, as I basically have to double that 62 to get it up to full speed. So it's going to take a couple days for me. And not only just getting that idea of the rhythm, but then getting that kick in there. Sweet. Hey, thanks guys for checking us out. musicbythemeasurespro.com. We have online sheet music resources for you at our website. Become a member, subscribe. This sheet music is just getting updated as we speak, so there'll be a new version popping up on our website, but you can buy the old version as soon as the new version's out. I'll send it to you by